the net. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. So glad you could join us on this Saturday night. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me at the table, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And we've also got Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. They've got Collins. Delvin Johnson is out there with Jones. And it's Zohan in at power forward. And for Brooklyn, they've got Cameron Johnson. And it's Claxton in at the 5. Veteran players are well represented, Greg, in this one. And all that experience on the court only adds to the intrigue.
Yeah, and it should make for a more polished game overall. More discipline, less mistakes, just high IQ basketball.
And it's going to be San Antonio off the tip. Now here's Jones. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Johnson against Johnson. Pass to Collins. Just 3 to shoot. Jones for 3. No good that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way.
Well, I played for the New Jersey Nets, and look, they made that move across the Hudson back in 2012, relocating to Brooklyn, which I think was the right move.
Here's Finney-Smith. Kicks it out to Johnson. Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Finney-Smith. They grab their own miss. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Johnson against Johnson. Johnson with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
From down in the low post, it goes.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And you gotta love the aggression that he had, taking it to the rim there. Sets the tone in a close game like this one.
11 feet out and he hits it. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Dinwiddie against Jones. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
A 78% foul shooter a season ago. Pretty steady when he's at the line.
First one falls for him. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And so Jones nails both of them.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
The Nets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Thomas surveying the D. Another one falls for Brooklyn. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's the Nets leading by 4. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Nets.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
what we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
And Simmons has got the ball here for Brooklyn. They lead by 4.
And after a 2-decade-plus playoff streak, the Spurs have been in the lottery the last 3 seasons, and they're focused more on youth and development.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. Devontae Graham is out there with Devin Vassell. Then it's Doug McDermott. And it's Bassey in at the center, filling out the middle. That free throw good from Thomas. Richard, the Spurs with one of the youngest rosters in the league. Some quality young talent that they're very excited about.
And also acquiring draft capital. And they have a history of finding some great players outside the lottery like Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili.
You're right. They've always done it.
There you got to. When you're a small market, got to invest in development.
And both free throws good for Thomas. And here is Vassell. And there's the pass to Graham. On the wing, Johnson. Over Thomas. A shot by Johnson, no good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Thomas finds Simmons. That's in there. Thomas with the assist.
A nice bit of muscle from Simmons there, pushing through the contact and finishing strong.
Pass to Vassell. Johnson inside. Thomas covering. Johnson gets the bucket.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Curry against Graham. Pass to Thomas. A 3-ball. Buries the long-range jumper. Thomas got the lead up to 9 now for Brooklyn.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Here's Bates Diop, guarded by O'Neal. And Bates Diop gets it to go. And a look at the Mobile One drive. Driving right into your living room.
And a bucket like that one might be just what they need to cut into this lead.
Simmons, the bounce pass. To the inside. It's deflected. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Graham, the pass to Bates Diop. Baseline jumper, and the Spurs scoring again. Thomas against Johnson. Outside Thomas. Over Johnson. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Nets lead by 5. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot, Pop. What do you need from the second unit in the second half?
I just want to have a semblance of motion so that they know where they're going and the ball moves. They don't play in a crowd. Just basically see if they know what they're doing.
We'll all find out together. Thanks, Pop. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. Looking at the Nets, Kenny, what was your impression?
We have to love the second unit. I mean, the effort they displayed, they're doing much more than giving the starters a break. We're seeing real intensity from them, particularly on the offensive end.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
A one-dimensional perimeter attack doesn't cut it for a home game. I like to see them punch the ball inside the second half, force the defense to collapse, and then you can play inside out.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
Here to put on a show.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. In your younger days, RJ, you had seasons where you averaged over 22 points a game. Some players later in their careers struggle accepting smaller roles, different roles. As a player, talk about that challenge.
Self-confidence is a weird one. Sometimes it can work great for you, and sometimes it can work against you. For me personally, as I got older, I loved finding the challenge. And the challenge was, how could I star in my role? Was it as a 10-point-a-game scorer? Was it as a 20-point-a-game scorer? Or was it as a 5-point-a-game scorer? Because ultimately, you have a chance to have an impact on the game. And I love basketball, so I was going to take any role you were going to give me.
What a great answer. So in other words, you've always got to evolve.
Always get to evolve, and it's always going to be adapt or die, especially as you get older. You have to adapt or your career is going to end. I would have never played 17 years if I didn't adapt.
We've got Mikal Bridges, and it's Johnson in at the three. That's the group for Jacques Vaughn getting going here in the second half. The Nets making a switch here. Harris is checked in. Spurs also with the sub. McDermott's checked in. Clock is at 3. Fires from the wing. 2 points. That one goes.
And you can expect him to make it when the D is trash like that.
Richard, one of the greatest coaches in the history of pro basketball, a guy you played for, Greg Popovich, on March 11th, 2022, broke the all-time winningest mark for a head coach in the NBA.
And what's so special is all of those victories are coming with the Spurs. And look, I had an opportunity to apologize to Pop, because if it wasn't for me, he probably would have gotten here sooner.
I think he would say that's completely not true, but he had to be one of the great coaches you played for.
It was. My career got extended because of the things that I learned in San Antonio. If I wouldn't have had that experience with him and their coaching staff, I would never have played as long as I did.
So it's the Spurs now, after the basket by Brooklyn. Down low, Collins kicks to McDermott. Another shot. Johnson with the block. There's Dinwiddie. And it is good. The buzzer. Wow.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
He didn't even look worried about the time on the clock. Nice way to end a quarter.
And so it's Brooklyn heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
We talk a lot about playing for one another. Right there with the pass, he's demonstrated what it means to do exactly this.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Spurs trail by 7. On the court right now for the Spurs. Sharing the wing spots, it's Vassell and Johnson. Then it's Collins, and it's Wesley in at the 1 spot. Shot by Johnson, no good.
That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around and get a better look.
They get it again. Simmons. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Don't let the smooth pace fool you. I mean, this guy's strong work ethic on the backboards. Simmons, the way he boxes out and gets nasty underneath, you got to admire.
Ben Simmons at the line. One shot.
That one misses for Simmons.
A walking triple-double threat. Simmons needs to keep working on developing that jump shot to be truly unguardable.
Pass to Johnson. 1:24 left in the fourth quarter. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Wesley against Dinwiddie. The pass to Thomas. From downtown, that one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. And it's a 12-point Nets lead.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Nets.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Now, here is O'Neal. That one goes. Count it. O'Neal's got the lead up to 12 now for Brooklyn.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Here's Thomas. O'Neal passes to Bridges. Passes to Thomas. Shot clock at 5 over Johnson. Vassell grabs the board. Johnson inside. O'Neal's there. Johnson can't hit. Now Dinwiddie. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good